We now move to the mat again. It's the 125-pound championship, and it is Lyle Geyer from Kansas. He'll be wearing the green anklets, and it'll be Mike Rogers from Florida wearing the red anklets.
George, I think Kansas chartered maybe 3 planes to get here, as many kids as they took. A full complement of wrestlers. I mean, they have their flag here. They have coaching staff. Just tremendous. I even personally didn't know that their programs out there were this tight, and it's just great to see. Tremendous showing here.
Lyle Geyer from Wichita County High School, 118-9 in his high school career. Mike Rogers from Fort Myers, Florida, 82-9 in his career.
Saw that coming. He come up. He didn't mean to do it. He wanted to straight arm him off, and it looked like he poked him dead in the eye. Or maybe caught something else there, but it looked like he poked him in the eye real good.
And Mike Rogers a little woozy right now after that. Lyle Geyer, by the way, from Kansas, was All-State 4 years in wrestling, All-State in football 1 year, and is being looked at by Fort Hays State and the University of Southern Colorado.
And speaking to some of the coaches and even the wrestlers, some of the schools these kids came from, they do it all. Good, real nice double leg. Very good for 2.
2 points for Lyle Geyer of Kansas, going up against Mike Rogers of Florida. Rogers tries to stand up as the headgear goes flying and they go off the mat.
Great job there. Lowered his level, shot right in, took him down.
I got a kick out of the college choices that were listed by Mike Rogers. Typical for a young man his age. Undecided, confused.
You gotta love that one. That's non-prep. These kids are a total success story, even if, believe it or not, nice shrug right there. Good job by Rogers.
And 2 points for Rogers. He now takes a 3-2 lead over the young man from Kansas because he got 1 point earlier for the escape.
Geyer come right back with that reverse headlock and hip tossed him to the mat at the very end, way off the mat, but that takes the starch out of you.
Geyer, by the way, finished first in Kansas as a sophomore, a junior, and a senior. 3-time state champion.
Terrific.
1 point for Geyer on the escape, and we're tied 3-3 with 40 seconds remaining first period. Entertaining match so far.
Absolutely. Both kids opened up early. Nice to see.
In on a leg is Geyer.
Went to a single this time. Trying to jab him back. He's got it hooked. Good whizzer in there by Rogers. Turn it in. Goes to a double. Locking the crotch. We have no points here. He gave him 2. He felt he covered the leg. That's 2 points.
2 points for Lyle Geyer of Kansas. He now leads 5-3 over Mike Rogers of Florida in the 125-pound championship. And that will do it for the first period. So Lyle Geyer comes out of the first period in good shape with a 5-3 lead over Mike Rogers.
Great action in that first period, George.
Rogers deferred, and Geyer has taken the bottom.
Okay, Rogers has his work cut out for him here. He wants to turn him. He doesn't want to cut him loose.
Geyer trying to run away from him, and they both run off the mat.
And he's going to need a little hand control there. He's coming up, flailing with both arms. He's got to favor one of the hands coming up and work that side. Rogers looks like he's trying to just drape the arm over. Looks like he's maybe a cradle man. Could be cross-face cradle man. And he pulls that over, and that's what I think we're trying to do here.
Well, he listed himself as a takedown artist, and he said his favorite move, a single leg or anything else that works.
Oh, I love this kid, huh? And you can bet he's going to go through life that way and probably be successful at it, whatever he's going to do.
You mentioned the cradle. That seems to be, according to the information sheet I was given, a favorite move of the young man from Kansas, Lyle Geyer.
Well, we'll see what happens when he gets on top with it, because naturally Rogers will choose bottom should they get out of the second period. He's fishing it. I don't know. Usually when you see a wrestler draping that arm over the top and just kind of hanging, he's just What he's trying to do is get the head to the knee to work that cradle, and he just got too high on him right now. Good call by the official. That is 1 point there.
So 1 point to the young man from Kansas. Lyle Geyer, he leads 6-3.
Geyer looks like he's, I don't want to say gas, but he's feeling it right now. Real nice single. Good single by Rogers. He does it okay.
By the way, the official is Jim Sterner of Verona, Pennsylvania.
Rogers tending to overextend himself here and there. That's where he's getting in trouble. Way off the mat.
And they're off the mat. They'll bring him back into the neutral position. Mike Rogers' team was second in the state of Florida this past year.
You know, I was told a statistic, and I'm not sure how true it is, about Florida colleges. Just a little shrug by there, and they're back on the mat. Nothing yet. And look at this. Geyer's going to come out of this with points. Yes, sir. 2-point takedown.
A 2-point takedown for Rogers, or actually for Geyer, should I say. That makes it 8-3 in favor of Lyle Geyer from Kansas, and he's doing a great job in this match.
Absolutely. And it's showing. He's winded a little bit.
Rogers trying to stand up, and Geyer drags him down and pulls him off the mat.
And he's going to take his time coming in. Both wrestlers feeling the ropes here. Naturally so. It's been very competitive up to this point.
That was the end of the second period, so Geyer has an 8-3 advantage over Mike Rogers of Florida. Rogers will be on the bottom to start the third period. Lyle Geyer of Kansas on top. And Rogers has got to start making some hay here.
Absolutely. Down 5, he's got to go. There is no riding time.
And there's the 1 point for the escape. He cuts it to an 8-4 advantage for Geyer.
He's going to have to go after him early. At this point, you've got to score early. Real nice roll drag to a single. That was great.
And he cuts it to a 2-point lead. 2 points for Rogers makes it 8-6 in favor of Geyer.
I think Mr. Rogers here has a large repertoire.
Rogers let him go, gave the point to Geyer, and now wants to go for another takedown.
Well, he probably felt he could not turn him on top. He was getting in trouble there, so let's take it to our feet. You can always take a kid down to his back there, off the mat.
They're off the mat. Geyer with a 9-6 advantage with 1:19 left in the match. As I peer across the way, he's got a fan club right in the front row. Lyle Geyer does.
Okay, Geyer with a shot there, not a good shot, and that's trouble when you do that. If you're going to shoot, you want to commit yourself.
He could spin right now and get 2 points for a takedown. Rogers could.
What Geyer's doing now is holding on there, just trying to make that clock go down. And it's going to come out with points. He's got a near cradle. This could be tough.
Geyer came out of that, and he just gets 2 points.
Oh, yes. It's legitimate, too. He's got his cradle. He's got back points coming.
11-6 advantage for Geyer.
He might have a fall here.
He's got Rogers in a bad way. He's got that favorite move, the cradle.
God.
And he gets 3 points for a near fall and has this match firmly in control right now at 14-6. Lyle Geyer from Wichita County High School in Kansas.
Still working on top. He's got that cradle locked up again. Got a little bit overextended. You don't want to do anything. Oh, he got the arm through. That's it. You got to bail out of there. Geyer's just going to, if he's smart, just give it up.
Yes, he's got the match firmly in control right now, and that'll do it. Lyle Geyer, Wichita County High School in Kansas, is the champion at 125 pounds as he scores a 14-6 win over Mike Rogers of Fort Myers, Florida.
George, that was a great match. Both wrestlers deserve a real good round of applause. From the time the whistle blew to the very end, they went at each other. That was excellent.
Jim Sterner holds up the arm of Lyle Geyer.
Great job. Great job.
And a great contingent, as you mentioned, from the state of Kansas here, and they give him a big round of applause.
Yeah, I forgot. I talked about the wrestlers and the coaches. I forgot about all the fans they brought with them.
Here's a look at the cradle move.
Yeah, and tell you what, if the official might have had a better angle on that, we may have had a fall there. Rogers went from almost snaking out of this into heavy trouble once he settled that hip down, and he steps over here, and he lowers that level right there. Now he's getting comfortable with it. Right, yeah, if the official was down there
Boy,
earlier,
that was close.
You
It was
bet.
very close.
Then again, we had the better angle this time.
He said he liked the cradle. He sure did like the cradle. And let's go to the cradle master right now. Lyle Geyer of Kansas is standing by with Todd DeAngelis.
That's right, George, our 125-pound champion. And I'll tell you, these guys seem to be more and more out of breath as they come over here. Is this more grueling on this level, or is this standard for a wrestling match?
Oh, it's a little more tiring here. After taking a long break.
Well, you'll have plenty of time to rest up now. A high school career behind you. What about all the college recruiters here? Does that put additional pressure on you?
No, not really.
Just pretty much get into the match and that's that.
Yep.
Okay, that's the 125-pound champion, Lyle Geyer of Kansas. George?
Okay, a tremendous performance by Geyer as he wins over Mike Rogers of Florida.